So hi FlossTube friends, this is Tina Frazier coming to you from Columbus, Ohio. Today is Monday, November 14th, and it's approximately 9:57 p.m., a little bit before 10 o'clock here on the Eastern time zone in the United States. And I'm coming to you today with a FlossTube update. If you're brand new to my channel, thank you very much for stopping by. This is my YouTube channel where I talk mostly about cross-stitching, but also about some other crafts and stuff that I do and some other hobbies of mine, including, but not limited to, ghost hunting and video games and board games and all kinds of other crafts and stuff that I like to do, and just life in general. So if you're new, thank you very much for stopping by. Hopefully you'll find something here on my channel that you'll get some use out of, or some inspiration to try something new. Tonight's episode is going to be about cross stitch, however. So if you're not here for that, or if you're not really into cross stitch, I encourage you to just sit back and listen. Again, there might be something here that you can use or get inspiration from. If you're a returning watcher, thank you very much for coming back. It's always fun to spend time with friends here on YouTube, and hopefully I'll have something in my video today that will pique your interest a little bit more. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you very much for coming back. I always love to spend time with good friends and just share our love for the world around us. And hopefully you'll find something new. I have my old glasses on tonight because my new glasses are kind of upstairs in my work bag. I work in the office Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday during the week, and work from home on Thursdays and Fridays. So I tend to leave all my stuff for work in my work bag, and it's upstairs, so I can just grab it and go in the mornings. I am down in my basement. This is where I work when I work from home. Lots of stuff behind me. Hopefully this is going to change here soon. I'm hoping to get some Calyx storage units from IKEA here in Columbus, and kind of reorganize all my stash. I need to take some time, either the end of this year, the beginning of 2023, to go through a lot of my cross stitch and a lot of my craft stuff that's down here in the basement. I've got it kind of scattered everywhere in tubs and whatnot. And I also just need to generally get this stuff all organized. All this stuff that's in those pink and white boxes there. I have stacks on the floor behind me that have like washi tape and stuff in them. And I just want to get a couple of those Calyx, probably the 4x4 or 4x5 units down here to get my workspace better organized, and so it clears up a lot of this chaos that's going on behind me. So part of my goal for 2023 is to get organized. But anyway, so if you're new here and you have not yet subscribed, or if you're a long-time watcher but haven't yet subscribed, I encourage you to click the subscription button below to to subscribe if you so choose to. And also click the notification bell so you'll be notified when I upload new content. I've been trying to upload new content about every 2 or 3 weeks, generally here. It's been real busy here the last couple weeks. And I also really haven't been much into stitching, except for when I went to the retreat last weekend. Not this just past weekend, but the weekend before. So I'm going to be talking to you a little bit about my stitching retreat. So anyway, welcome. Hopefully you'll get something new out of this. So today's video is going to be a little bit about cross stitch update. It's going to be a kind of a recap of the stitching in the Springs retreat that Mom and I went to in Yellow Springs, Ohio. I have some pictures and some videos and stuff to share with you about the retreat. So when we get into that, I will let you know in case that's not something that you're interested in. But I also have just a little bit of haul and a little bit of stitching updates to show you, and just some general plans. I've been trying to get Whip Go and everything for 2023 kind of planned out, and I'm not really 100% fully finalized for a lot of my 2023 plans, but I do have some ideas and stuff for what I want to do. So I'll talk a little bit about that tonight. Settle in, take a few minutes, get yourself something to drink. I am drinking Celestial Seasonings cinnamon vanilla spice. I think it's country vanilla spice tea tonight with a little bit of Simply Mixes simple syrup. The Simply Mixes simple syrups I've been into. It's a new thing that I've been into the last several weeks. They have 0 carbs, 0 sugar, 0 everything, 0 calories, and it's stuff to sweeten your stuff. They have a simple syrup, and they also have flavored syrups for like coffees. They have flavored toppings, and it's all 0 carbs, 0 sugar, 0 calorie. Really good stuff. It's called Simply Mixes, and I will show you that here in a little bit. So hold on just a minute. I'm going to go ahead and pause this. You probably won't notice it in the video, but I'm going to pause for just a minute. Hi, I'm back. So I just kind of wanted to bring up the syrup thing. It's actually called Skinny Mixes. It's not Simple Mixes. It's called Skinny Mixes. And here is their website. It's right here. And they have all different kinds of things, and it's all sugar free and stuff like that. So like the simple syrup that I have is here. It's the sugar free simple syrup. It's currently on sale for $5.99 from their Skinny Mixes. It's skinnymixes.com website. But like the simple syrup, I will show you the thing here. Maybe. There we go. So here you have the nutrition facts. So you see here the calories. It's got 0 calories, 0 carbs, and 0 sugar. The ingredients is water, sucralose, xanthan gum, citrus acid, acesulfame potassium, sodium benzoate, and potassium sorbate. So if you can't have potassium, you may not be able to drink this. And if you don't like Splenda or you can't drink Splenda because of the sucralose in it, this might not be for you. But this is a really good, to me, it's a really tasteful way to sugar and sweeten your beverages and stuff. And apparently you can kind of bake with it, but I haven't really looked up any recipes for baking with it. So this stuff, you can actually purchase it locally in the USA. You can purchase it at stores like TJ Maxx, Bealls, HEB, Home Goods, Bed Bath & Beyond, Gordman's, Marshall's, Tuesday Morning, Ross, Coborn's, Meijer, Woodman's Markets, and Hy-Vee. They also recently announced that they're also in Target. You can purchase it online at Amazon. They do have it. You're looking for Jordan's Skinny Mixes. So this is a best new thing that I'm really into. Give me just a second too. Another best new thing that I'm really, really into. At Target, I happened upon this stuff. And I'm going to show you the Amazon site. Let's see. Okay, so no, this is the actual website for it. So let me go ahead and bring this back up. So we have Tillamook. Let me close this out. We have there we go. We have Tillamook 0 sugar beef jerky and smoked sausages. It's 0 sugar, 0 carbs. 0 sugar, 0 carbs, you guys. 0 sugar, 0 carb beef jerky. I haven't had the black pepper kind. I've only had the original. I love this stuff, you guys. It is so yummy if you like beef jerky. It has a good chew. It has a really good flavor. Oh my God. I'm like so into this stuff. It's really good. I am watching my sugar intake and doing a little bit better. With the amount of sugar and everything that I'm having. I've been finding that I really like Coke Zero, but this Tillamook beef jerky is really, really good, as are the sugar-free skinny mixes that you can get, especially like the simple syrups. I have several different flavors of their coffee syrups. Like I have a pumpkin cinnamon scone and maple donut and brown sugar vanilla type seasonings to add in my coffees, but they're really good. these and the zero sugar, zero carb beef jerkies are awesome. So you can find these at Target, the Tillamook. That's where I found them initially. The Target, the bigger bags, which are I think 6-ounce bags, are going for $12.99, but you can order them on Amazon for $9.88. I just placed an order for 2 bags of this stuff, the bigger bags for $9.88 on Amazon. So you can get those there. So if you're looking for some good sugar conscious things, try the Skinny Mixes and also Tillamook zero sugar, zero carb beef jerky. Great. Those are some of my new best things. All right. So little side. I'm not affiliated with any of them. I don't get sponsored by them. It's not a sponsor, just some of the things that I found that I really, really like. So, all right. Drinking some tea tonight. So, I am going to get into a little bit of my Stitching in the Springs weekend retreat wrap up here. So, Stitching in the Springs is a, give me just a minute. I'm going to try and get the website up for you. So, the Stitching in the Springs retreat is a retreat that is hosted at the Mills Park Hotel in Yellow Springs, Ohio. Yellow Springs is just to the south of the Dayton area here in central Ohio. The retreat this year was held the first weekend in November, which was last weekend, and this was the second year that it was hosted. It was put on by Kat Jones of Stitching in Chaos, or Valkyrie Stitchworks here on Facebook, and on YouTube she goes by Cross Stitch Chaos. Yes, it's Cross Stitch Chaos. Her name is Kat Jones. She is the events coordinator organizer for the Mills Park Hotel, which is where it's located at. And lots of different things. A beautiful location, just absolutely beautiful, stunning place. And the hotel is really nice. Got really great layout and everything for you. There's 3 rooms of floors. There's only 28 hotel rooms in the entire hotel. So basically everybody that's at the retreat takes up most of the hotel if you're staying there. So the retreat is pretty much all inclusive. Your retreat fee includes your hotel for Friday and Saturday night, your Friday night dinner, your Saturday night dinner, and the hotel has an on-site restaurant, so you can go there for, and it also includes your breakfast on Saturday and Sunday. But the hotel also has a restaurant that you can eat at called Ellie's. Ellie's is the on-site restaurant, and they have really good food that you can order. And they also have a bar. There is a gift shop in the hotel. The gift shop stays open 24 hours. So because the gift shop also has like snacks and ice creams and stuff like that you can get out of the gift shop while you're at the retreat, and you can either pay for them at the front desk, or I think you can have them charged to your room and everything, so when you check out you can pay for them. But the Stitching in the Springs retreat was this past weekend. Let's see. All right, so I'll have to go here. Stitching in the Springs retreat, but it's hosted by Valkyrie Stitchworks and the Mills Park Hotel in Yellow Springs, Ohio. So this year they announced that the Stitching in the Springs retreat is going to be happening over 2 different weekends in 2023. The first weekend is coming up March 10th through 12th. Now, the registration for this weekend I don't think is open just yet. It's probably going to come up for registration for the general public coming up in the next week or two. So you'll want to go to millsparkhotel.com/stitching in the springs retreat. So you want to look for the Stitching in the Springs Retreat, or Google Stitching in the Springs Retreat, and look for the link for Mills Park Hotel. The registration, what's included in it, you get the 2-night stay at the hotel, a buffet dinner Friday and Saturday night, access to the stitching room all day Friday and Saturday and until noon on Sunday, coffee and tea all day in the stitching room, and a day pass includes everything. They also have a day pass option, which includes everything except for the hotel room. So they also give the room pricing and options, so you can choose one of these options, and it's all inclusive. It includes everything. The day passes are $139. The registration is not yet live. It says registration coming soon, but you'll be able to click this link when registration goes live. This is a small retreat. They had about 40 people this year. I think they had about 30 to 35 people last year. So it was a little bigger this year than it was last year. And so they're looking to have about maybe 50 people there. Obviously, with the hotel only having 28 rooms, if people double up, they can have probably about 50 people, give or take. Obviously there's some people that want to have their own rooms, but Mom and I we stay in the same room. Our room was beautiful. We were up on the 3rd floor in room 304, just off the elevator, and it was beautiful. But if you go here, you can get some information about the retreat, the first weekend in 2023, coming up March 10th through 12th. The link should go live probably in another week or so. I'm guessing. But keep an eye out on the website for when the link goes live. And then the second weekend is also, again, the first weekend in November next year, which is going to be, let me get that. That is the 3rd, 4th, and 5th of November is the second weekend of 2023. The registration for that is probably going to be live sometime in February. Kat wanted to give everybody, a chance to kind of pay off the holidays before she opened registration for the second weekend. But the registration for the first weekend should be going live here soon. It's a beautiful retreat, very small, very fun. There were a lot of YouTubers there. People that have FlossTube channels here on YouTube. And it was a nice retreat. We just had a lot of fun. I talked a lot to a bunch of people, even some of the people at my table. But anyway, there were quite a few YouTubers here, and I'm going to go ahead and shout them out here. So one of the first ones that I had the chance to meet for the first time was Suki, the Brown-Eyed Stitcher. She's really nice. She's really funny. Everybody that I've met so far have been really down to earth. Sammy J. Stitches was there. She came up from Texas. And she came up to meet up with Jessie Marie Destuff. Jessie Marie Destuff is the mastermind behind WhipGo. You've probably heard many people talking about WhipGo, but Jessie Marie Destuff was there. Candy Kerr, the 614 Stitcher, was there. Tiffany from Tiffer's World. Tiffany hasn't really been doing YouTube videos in quite a while, but she's known throughout the area and throughout YouTube. She goes to StitchCon because she lives down in the Cincinnati area. She goes to StitchCon pretty much every year. But anyway, her YouTube channel is Tiffer's World. She sat at my table, so I got to meet her at StitchCon, but she was at my table again this year. Then we have Owland Gator, OWLAND, Owland Gator Stitching. She was there. Bees and Teas from here on YouTube, Sebastian. They sat at my table, I believe. Sebastian did sit at my table. It was great to meet them. Had wonderful table conversations. Got to go to lunch together with our table on Saturday. It was a blast. It was so much fun. The Backcountry Stitcher, she's from Salt Lake. She was there. Ilara was there. She brought some of her project bags and stuff to sell. That was really nice. Vicky Gable from Stitch and Button. She was there. She was fun. She was a hoot. She was right. Everybody laughed and talked and just enjoyed each other. Vic Gable also brought some of her project bags and some of her other stuff for sale. Cross Stitch Chaos, Kat Jones, who is also a Valkyrie Stitchworks. She is the one who kind of organized the whole event, and she is the event coordinator and stuff for Mills Park Hotel, which is how this whole thing got started. She is basically the mastermind behind the retreat. But she also had some of her Valkyrie Stitchworks fabrics and stuff for sale there. Then there was Our Stitching Kingdom, Sarah King. She was there too. Got to talk to her. Janet Jabber was also there, and I'm sure I'm missing some people that also have FlossTube channels. But yeah, it was a great time. So I will go ahead and pause right here for you and insert some pictures and some videos and stuff that I took over the weekend at Stitching in the Springs. A couple of the FlossTubers and stuff, we all got together on Sunday morning for a real quick video, and I'll include that here. So hi everybody, this is Tina Frazier coming to you from Yellow Springs, Ohio. Mom and I are down here in Yellow Springs, which is about an hour west of Columbus, kind of between Springfield and Dayton. We're in Yellow Springs, Ohio for the Stitching in the Springs retreat hosted by Kat Jones of Valkyrie Stitchworks, I believe. And we're here for the weekend to enjoy a stitching weekend. So I'm going to turn you around a little bit. There is the back of the hotel, and there's Kat coming down the walkway. And anyway, we're just kind of here for a stitching retreat. But anyway, there's the parking area, and yeah. So my orange car is right there, and we're here for the weekend. So hopefully it'll be fun, and it's the second year that we've been here. So we'll see you soon. So hi, this is me again. I'm just kind of sitting by the fountain outside the hotel at Mills Park Hotel in Yellow Springs. Mom and I are here for the Stitching in the Springs retreat, and I just went out to the car to get a few things, but I just figured I'd sit next to the fountain here for a couple of minutes, catch my breath. So yeah, we ate lunch, and I'm heading back into the stitching room now to sit down. Our hotel room isn't quite yet ready, so check-in is officially at 3 o'clock, so we'll be checking in probably soon. But anyway, just wanted you to get this nice little view of the fountain. All right, I'll check back in soon. Bye. So I'm heading to the room. We're in room 304, and this is room 3. Oh look, we're right off the elevator. That's kind of nice. Mommy. 304. Wow, it's a big room.
Yeah.
It's bigger than last year's. We have a view. Look. We have a view. Not much of a view. Just the roof of a building next door. But, oh, we could have had a view of the Christmas tree last year here. This is the town square. Neato. Whoops, sorry. There we go. All right, so this is our room. We have 2 big beds. It's a very nice room. Hardwood floors. Very nice room. I'm impressed.
I'll take a look at the bathroom.
Oh, we have a refrigerator too. That's nice. The microwave. Wow. I'm impressed. That's the door. And then we have, wow, dang, this is huge. A separate sink area. And look at the shower chair. Wow. This is nice. Nice big shower. It's a walk-in shower. This is accessible. The seat for mom. Wow. Little privy to do your business. This is nice. I'm loving the tile in the ceiling. You gonna be able to shower in the shower?
Yes. Yes, I'll be able to shower in the shower.
And we're on the 3rd floor. There's only 3 floors of hotel rooms here. So we're in room 304, right here, right off the elevator. Makes it really nice. All right, this is our hotel room in the Mills Park Hotel. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Ooh, it's gonna get hot in here. All right. So good morning, everybody. This is Tina Frazier. I'm coming to you from Mills Park Hotel in Yellow Springs, Ohio. Mom and I are at the Stitching in the Springs retreat, and this is the lobby of the Mills Park Hotel. So there's the restaurant. There is a gift shop over that way. And I'm going to turn you around because I'm going to be taking you into the stitching room in Yellow Springs. So hold on just a minute. All right. So you walk, this is the back of the hotel where I filmed in the parking lot yesterday. This is the front desk. All right, so the stitching room is back this way for stitching in the springs. We have about 40 people here at the retreat this weekend, with a couple of day visitors and quite a few people staying here at the hotel. So we're in the banquet hall. And this is the stitching room at Yellow Springs. That's okay. You go around me this way.
Okay.
So this is the stitching room at Yellow Springs. We have quite a few FlossTubers in here. We have Suki the Brown-Eyed Stitcher. We have Janet Jabber. Jessie Marie Does Stuff. Sammy J Stitches. Hi. Lots of other people. I'm here. Wave, hi. Quite a few other people. Jessie Marie, I think I said Jessie Marie Does Stuff. We have Kat Jones from Valkyrie Stitchworks, and everything like that. So walking over here, this is the Live and Die in LA floss table. We have lots of beautiful over-dyed floss colors for sale. And also some really pretty needle minders. This is Live or Die in LA, Friends of Kat Jones. Then we have project bags over here for sale. Lots of different sizes. Look at those sea turtles and the birds and the butterflies, the frogs. Look at the killer whales. This Live and Die in LA fabric. And then over here we have the freebie table. Lots of stuff to go through. I've been through this about a dozen times so far today. Janet Jabber brought these frog begons in here. These are those mascara wands that you can use to get the fuzzies off of your pieces when you when you frog your crosses. And then we come over here. This is the brag table. So we have the brag table here. Lots of neat things. So this is Suki's stitching shelf, treasure hunt bookshelf. It's over 1/110 on 28 count. It's huge, absolutely huge. And then we have some more stuff. My therapist knows about you. The Noel was pretty. Look at the ink circles. Birds. The stocking. North Pole milk and cookies. Look at the Mirabilias. Look at the sea. This was finished here yesterday. This was also finished here late last night. This is one of my table mates pieces. Here's the Dark Queen of the Sea. Then we have more finishes. And look at this unicorn. And look at these Mirabilia faces. Look at this. This was finished here this weekend too. Then we have Halloween at Hopper and Hollow. It's beautiful. Then we have all these little ornaments. Look at these. Look at these. Aren't these cute? So that is the brag table. The brag tables here at Stitching in the Springs. Okay, then you come over here. We have some more stuff for sale. We have some more project bags. This is from Vicky Gable, Stitch and Button. She brought. I'm gonna set my piece down. We have these little notion pouches here. We have these little thread beds. I'm trying to open this one-handed. These little thread beds. These are really nice. Show John Deere tractor ones. These are little fabric trays, so that's what it looks like when you snap them together. She has little cricket thing, Jesus take the hoop. Too cute I am, and I love to cross stitch. I need to get myself some of these. These are vinyl stickers. And then here's some of her project bags. Really pretty project bags. And she also has a couple of bags up here for sale. I always bring cross stitch, ABC. And she also does froggers and needle threaders and scissor fobs. These are floss rings with different characters on them, and she also has flash drops and a couple of hot pads, and also more stuff. Then over here is Tiny Hummingbird Stitchery. This is Sammy J's business, and she brought some of her patterns and some of the stuff she has for sale. Sammy J. Tiny Hummingbird Stitchery. This is just a notebook of patterns and whatnot that you can flip through and purchase. It's got a couple of different notebooks here that have different patterns. Like you can get like Eric Michael's All Hallows Eve, some Mill Hill kits. She also brought Q snaps. And then we have some fabrics by Dreamer Bug Creations. And then she brought some DMC floss for sale. So that is it. Here is the room from another angle. You can see Jessie Marie there. Sammy J is right there in the teal. Lots of people just stitching, having fun. My mom's over there in the tan shirt or the gray sweatshirt, light gray sweatshirt with the red coat on the back of the chair. We have some beautiful stuff here. Yep. So that is Stitching in the Springs. Wish you were here.
get you one.
Okay.
Here, somebody pass this to Tran. Oh, I'm late. I'm sorry.
It literally is like a bunch of these.
That code is good until the end of November for anything on her website, which is livanddiela.com.
You guys are just in time.
So, you want to start? You want me to start? Okay, I'm giving away a piece of fabric that I dyed. This is 32 count Lugana, the back border, and it's in the colorway Sunburst.
Ooh.
Ooh la la.
So that lucky winner is.
Put all your names in here.
Yeah, everybody's name.
Oh, okay.
My name in.
Look at laugh if she draws her own name.
Trina!
Awesome.
She won that. That fat quarter.
You're welcome.
Fabric. Pretty sunburst that she had over here.
You know, I gotta leave that. No, if you want something, don't leave yet. But whatever, I'll contact that.
So, this first drawing is for your pick to come up and pick a free bag, but there's gonna be more. So, the first one's for a bag. Renee, Giselle.
Oh, you can put your feet up.
The next one is for a certain section over here on the table. Kristen Bailey.
Look, I'm tired, okay?
Laughing with you, I promise.
All right. Tina Fraser.
Hey.
You can pick anything from right here.
Okay. Ooh. Exciting.
And Tiffany Everett.
Picking of these. Yay!
All right. A lot of people have asked me about next year, and if you've heard me talking to anybody, yes, we are having 2 retreats next year. We are going to be doing a spring retreat. It will be the weekend of March 11th. Move it to the 10th and 11th. And then we'll also be doing the fall retreat the same weekend next year, the first weekend in November. I believe it's the 7th and 8th. For some reason I have forgotten dates, but it's the 3rd and 4th maybe? 3rd and 4th, there we go. So, March 11th and 12th, and November 3rd and 4th. Anybody who is in this room right now will get priority on registration by 1 week for each of those. I will be opening registration on Monday, because I don't have to pay adult, so yeah, it'll open Monday. So registration will open on Monday. You guys will have a discounted rate. Unfortunately, I cannot keep the rate the same as this year because I got yelled at. Yeah, so it's going to go up a little bit. It's not going to be significant, but you guys will get a discounted rate before it goes out to the public for both of those retreats. Check your email. I will also post it in the Valkyrie Stitchworks group that when I have sent that email to check your email. So, yep, 2 retreats next year. Feel free to come to both or either.
We're sitting here at Stitching in the Springs, and we decided since there were so many FlossTubers, we'd just get together and give you a little something to look at.
Yeah, it's not all the FlossTubers that were here, but we were able to get a good group together.
You can only fit so many in this hallway. So I'm Vicky, Stitching Button.
I'm Kat. I'm Cross Stitch Chaos.
I'm Jessie Marie Does Stuff. Sarah, our Stitching Kingdom. Janet Jabber.
Hi, Tina Frazier from Columbus, Ohio.
Candy from the 614 Stitcher.
And Sammy J from Sammy J Stitches.
Yay!
We did not plan any of this, so whatever.
Yeah.
Is,
Sorry.
We are having an awesome time. There will be 2 retreats next year, so if you want to be involved, contact Kat.
Yeah.
Valkyrie Stitchworks is the group.
It's the group.
Yeah.
We're all going to be sure to link
Stitchworks.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll link it below. This will be on all our channels.
Yeah.
We had several little vendors here this time. Stitch and Button, Tiny Hummingbird Stitchery, Live and Die LA.
And how did you say the
Alara.
I couldn't
Yeah.
pronounce it.
Over on Etsy.
Yeah.
So it was just a nice little.
It was
we were
really
really
good.
good.
It was small. It's small.
It's
Small,
it's
it's
relaxing.
The weather has been great. The
Oh, it's
hotel
beautiful.
is
It's
awesome.
Yes.
Yeah.
Best
Yeah.
hotel I've ever been to.
It's really beautiful.
Very relaxing, chill. You can take a walk if you actually do that. I mean, I walked around the building. Let's not get crazy. Some did like a mile or 2. That's
Oh, there was somebody who did 8 miles.
Yeah,
Overachievers.
overachiever.
There's the restaurant in the hotel, which means
Yeah.
you don't actually ever have to leave
Go
if you don't
anywhere.
want to.
And there's a lot of things that are close.
Yes.
Right there.
It's a cute little town.
It's
really
beautiful.
great.
Since we haven't said where it is, it's in Yellow Springs, Ohio, which is outside of Dayton.
Yes.
Oh,
Sorry. Dayton Airport is real close, super easy to get to. The Cincinnati Airport's only about an hour and a half away.
I was gonna say, good
Yeah.
luck finding a flight to Dayton, but the airport is this big.
I was going to say
No
too,
problems.
Columbus is only about an hour drive from here, so you can also fly into Columbus if you have to.
Cincinnati's also about 1 hour.
And if you're flying in and you have a ride, you can make a little pit stop at Keepsakes on the way.
We did that.
in other words-
We did that.
If you miss your connecting flight, well, that's because Sammy's plane was in the way.
She was supposed to be on.
First overnight in Chicago. It
Well,
happens.
tune in for the full story on that one.
We will I will be sending this clip to everybody, so you'll probably see the same video on the end of each of the clips, and we'll link everybody below. So if you're not already following one of us, you can do so now.
There's
Yeah.
a smorgasbord.
Yes.
A buffet.
It's a buffet.
It's a buffet.
Buffet.
It's a buffet.
Is it Jimmy?
Well, we have more fun to have. There's more fun to be had. We're gonna get out of here.
Bye.
All right, so for the Stitching in the Springs retreats, the project that I worked on the most, well, before I get into that, so in our bags, we got, we didn't get a whole lot of stuff. We got some stuff. So yeah, it was a lot of fun. I took some Polaroid pictures. We got some neat stuff, but I'll show you that in a minute. So in our bag, we had a couple of free patterns. So like we got I stitch, therefore I am. A couple of free little patterns in our welcome thing. We got Kitty and Me, Autumn Blackwork Cat. So we got the pattern for that. And then we also got Tiny Modernist, Autumn Cross Stitch pattern. So these were in our little welcome bags for us. We also were given 2 needle minders. We were given a needle minder of Yellow Springs. So I have my bag of stuff that I got at the retreat. All right. So at the retreat, I got 3 needle minders while I was at the retreat. So the first one that we were given is this little button needle minder. You're not going to be able to see it super well. This is actually a picture of the Yellow Spring, which is what the town is named after. So this was just a needle minder that we got in our bag. And then on Sunday, right before everybody left, Kat gave everybody the Mills Park Hotel needle minder. This is actually the picture of the front of the hotel that we stayed at. And then Candy Kerr from the 614 Stitcher, she gave those of us that she met little Scrabble tile needle minders, and it's just the first initial of my name. She gave my mom one too, E for Edith. So we got needle minders while we were at the retreat, so that was really nice. So there was a freebie table at the retreat, and I picked up quite a few things off of the freebie table to bring home and add to my stash. That. Actually, all of this. Yep. All of this. So, some of the stuff that I picked up off the freebie table. This is a full kit, and I'm not sure of the story behind this, but this is Vintage Garden Smalls by Erica Michaels. Sorry for the crinkle. I didn't want to take this out of the package initially, but this is a full kit for the... Oh, this has a needle minder and everything in it. This is a little help from our friends, Stitching Circle. thesilverneedle.com. Oh, this is another little kit. This is something totally different. So this was inside it. I didn't know this was inside it. All right. So in this little kit, we have the, I have needle threaders. Look at that, the threader collection. Wow. Okay, that's kind of cool. I didn't know this was in here. It looks like finishing stuff. Yeah, it's the finishing stuff for the Vintage Garden Smalls. And then we have the needle and the needle minder. Look at the needle minder, you guys. A Vintage Garden needle minder. So we have all the finishing supplies like the felt, and we have the floss and everything for it. And then we have this a little help from our friends Stitching Circle. We have the little needle minder that has the picture of the piece on it. So this is the Erica Michaels thing. And you'll see like the needle or the thread holder is this piece right here. So we have that. And it came in this little bag. Everything for it. Wow, that's kind of cool. I didn't know what this was about. Let us see. A thread surprise. Enclosed are 4 colors that were left. Stitching Circle kit. Vintage Garden Smalls by Erica Michaels. We forgot to order and include them in original kit. The 30... Linda accidentally left Weeks Dye Works Swamp Water in your thread list. It was never used in the design, but never removed from the instructions, so you don't need that at all. We're truly thankful you're part of our Stitching Circle. So this was from Lindy and the Silver Needle Ladies. It was a Stitching Circle. So this was the Vintage Garden Smalls Stitching Circles kit. And comes with the flosses. We got the flosses. And look at this. Use 1 ply from your 6 strands for stitching over 2 threads. So we have the linen to go with it. So this was a nice like full kit of everything for this special thing. So welcome to the Silver Needles, a little help from our friends Stitching Circle Vintage Garden Smalls. Our first circle design for 2021. So this was the 2021 kit. Who knew? Little information about it. Didn't open it up to read it, but I knew it was like a full like Erica Michaels thing. But very cool. So I got actually the full Stitching Circle kit from 2021. I'm gonna have to look to see if there's other Stitching Circle kits and how I get them, because that's really cool. It has everything. Sorry about the crinkling, you guys. I just kind of want to get all this back in the bag if I can, so none of the parts and pieces get lost. Oh, come on, really? The fabric's being spooky. I'll just do that. So that is that. That was on the freebie table, so that was kind of cool. Put this back over here, maybe. That's there instead. So a couple other patterns. I got lots of patterns off the freebie table. Frony Ritter Designs. There were a couple of these out there, so I just picked them up. Hands-on Design, love you. Hands-on Design, love you was on there. The work basket, there was quite a few work basket patterns, but I got Quaker's Odds and Quaker's Evens. So this is all the patterns for an entire year from the work basket. I'm not necessarily a Quaker stitcher, but these are real small, and it was the whole set of 12. So I have all of them. And so we have January. These are all the odds: January, March, May, July, September, and November. And then these ones are all the evens: February, April, June, August, October, and December. So I have the entire set of the work basket Quakers odds and evens. I have a Quaker clock by Samplers and Such. Look at that, you guys. Yep. A Quaker clock. Kind of a really neat, small little piece. Again, I wasn't into Quakers, but, you know, I could probably be very easily. This is the drawn thread, 2 tiny samplers. So there's 4 little itty-bitty tiny samplers on here. 2 tiny samplers. I just thought they were really cute, so I picked it up. I got a Prairie Schooler pattern. I got the Christmas Village. And this, there was quite a few Prairie Schooler patterns put on the freebie table too. This one just kind of really jumped out at me, A, because it's Christmas, and B, I'm thinking that I'm going to be trying to collect some more of the Prairie Schooler patterns. I know they're technically out of print. They're not printing new ones. They're not coming out with new designs, but a lot of them are being reprinted for publication again. But yeah, I got Christmas Village for free. And then I got 2 really nice ones. These ones I purchased, those are purchases. So let me go ahead and do these other freebies. So this is a needle roll benefiting breast cancer organizations. This is called From the Heart. From the Heart needle roll from 2000. And it has everything in it. It has the floss. It even has a little beeswax heart. And look at that breast cancer heart button right down here. Woo. Little neat thing. So I just picked that up, mainly for the beeswax and for the little breast cancer heart. And somebody had brought a couple of lavender and lace patterns, so I grabbed them. Not knowing 100% for sure if I already had these in my stash. I already have these in my stash, so these are actually going to be giveaway patterns sometime soon. So be on the lookout for my giveaway. I know I just recently came upon my FlossTube anniversary, so yeah, I'll probably be giving these patterns away on my channel soon. And Janet Jabber, she was giving out these little froggers. Oh, that's actually nice. I don't know if it was intended to do that, but they're basically just mascara wands. And when you frog your piece, if there's little itty bitty snippets of floss still on your fabric, you can use the mascara wand to rub out the fuzzies that are left behind when you frog. So she called it the Frog Be Gone, and she was giving out these. She had a couple extra laying on the freebie table, so I just picked up a couple extras to have on hand. But yeah, I think I picked up 3 more. So I could have them on hand and put them in different locations and have, you know, for my craft room and stuff. So I have a couple of those. And so we'll get into the purchases that I had at the retreat. I won a freebie from Vic Gable from Stitch and Button. I got this little, I love to cross stitch little vinyl sticker. I'm probably gonna end up putting this on my car. I went with the kind of aqua teal one because I have an orange car. I think this will go really, really nice on that, on the back window or something. But I got the I Love to Cross Stitch vinyl sticker. And then, so Sammy J Stitches was there this weekend, and she has a website you can order from now called Tiny Hummingbird Stitchery, and I picked up a couple of things from her. She had she was the only person there that had a 22 count Aida, or this is Hardanger 22 count. So I picked up this really nice piece of Dreamer Bug Creations fabric. It's even weave, and it's called Bow or Bell. Bow or Bell, and it's a really nice piece of variegated 22 count fabric. I have been finding that I'm really enjoying stitching on 22 count because it gives the illusion of being like more even weave or linen like when you're finished with it. So I just kind of wanted to pick up another piece of 22 count, so I have some colored 22 count on hand. And Sammy from Tiny Hummingbird Stitchery, or Sammy J Stitches, had some there. Sammy also brought some of her patterns for sale, and these are patterns. She can order patterns for you online. She takes special orders, and then she'll order a couple extras to have on hand. And she's set up a website recently called Tiny Hummingbird Stitchery. So I bought Praiseworthy Stitches. I got the Gingerbread Cottage Drum. There's been a lot of people that have stitched this, like what's on the back. So this is the Gingerbread Cottage. Sorry, it's not. There we go. There we go. So I'm probably, if I do go to stitch this, I'm going to stitch it like this. I am not going to finish it in the drum because it's really hard to see. Unless I can find a base that will automatically just slowly spin it, like on a battery or something. Maybe I can find a base for it. I might decide to stitch it as the drum, but most likely I'm going to stitch it as the flat piece like that. And the second pattern I got from Sammy J was another Praiseworthy Stitches. This one is called December Snow. And I thought this was really cute. There was 4 or 5 patterns from Praiseworthy Stitches that Sammy had on hand there that had the Santa going across the sky. And I settled on this one because I kind of liked the snowmen and stuff and the kids playing in the snow and skating. So that's what I purchased from Sammy. Okay. Oh, these were another couple of patterns that were, excuse me, left on the freebie table. Make sure that that's it. Okie dokie. So these were left on the freebie table. Those of you that have watched me know that I also kind of half collect Diane Grabner patterns. And somebody had these on the freebie table. They had a bunch of them. So you have this one here. This is from her Cats and Quilts series. Then there was this one. Very cute. These make really cute Christmas stitches. Yep. This one's kind of autumn. You can almost make this like an October cat. And look at the little mouse. The mouse cute. Yeah. Oh, so this one is a Christmas one. You can tell by the holly. So that could be a Christmas one. I'm not sure what this one might be. This one might be for February. And then this one also has a little mouse. Give me a kiss. Holly and Ivy. Catch a tail. So there's some other free patterns that I got at the retreat. Live and Die in LA, Live, Live and Die, Dye, Live and Die in LA, had sent in, I got some more of the floss that we got at Camp Gotta Stitch. This is the Felicity's Garden. This is Seashell Blush color, and this is Merino wool. So I got some more wool in a different color than what I got at Camp Gotta Stitch. This was on the freebie table at Stitching in the Springs. So Live and Die in LA sent a bunch of fabric and floss to Stitching in the Springs for everybody to purchase. And I ended up purchasing quite a chunk of floss from Live and Die in LA. So the first one that I got, this one is called Taste the Rainbow. Look at that. It's beautiful. Rainbow colors. Just totally rainbow colors. This is called Taste the Rainbow. This is 50 yards. This next one is a really beautiful autumn colorway. This one is called Autumn Splendor. Autumn Splendor. Look how beautiful that is. It is so pretty. This next one is called Punk Rock Witch. Beautiful colors too. Punk Rock Witch. And then this last color is Chaos. Really beautiful. Look at the nice variegation in it. Yep. So I got 4 fabric colors from Live and Die in LA. I purchased some Live and Die in LA flosses last year as well. That I have slated to use in a pattern that I purchased at, I believe it was Stitching in the Springs. I purchased one of the patterns. Anyway, so Vic Gable from Stitch and Button was also there, and she had project bags and whatnot for sale. So I picked up Teresa Kogut. And then I got the matching Notions pouch. Look at that. Look how sweet that is. So, yep. And the inside is just a simple brown. It's vinyl front. But it's Stitch and Button. Vicky Gable. It's vinyl front bag. And I got the little Notions pouch to go with it. Very cute. Very, very, very cute. And this one has a little broomstick, a little broom on it because it's witches. It's Teresa Kogut fabric, so it's really cute. It's my first Teresa Kogut fabric bag that I have, and my first Stitch and Button project bag. So a lot of my camp doodads will be going back in here to be sorted and put away. Sorry, to be sorted and put away. When I get back upstairs. Let me get this kit in there. The Erica Michaels kit is really nice though. So I have all of my camp goodies in the bag. Oh, Stitch and Button also was, Vic Gable was also selling needle minders and whatnot. And I ended up with this needle threader. Now, there was a story behind this. It's actually a Frogger. So, this little Frogger has a charm on it. I think it's the Pillsbury Doughboy type of charm. I want to say. I'm not sure exactly what kind of charm that is. It was really cute though. But anyway, the story behind why I had to purchase this. So I usually stitch, I stitch two-handed, and I stitch using a frame where I can rest my Q-snaps or my scroll frames or any of my frames on it at home. And I stitch two-handed. I have my dominant right hand underneath and my not so dominant left hand on top. And I do this as I stitch. And I usually use a trolley needle. A trolley needle is a laying tool that helps your threads not twist up as you lay them down. They kind of go flat across your piece. So it makes better coverage. It looks a little nicer. And I usually have a trolley needle attached to this finger here. And so I can lay the threads across the trolley needle as I'm pulling it through the fabric to the back. And it'll help the threads lay flat like that. Well, I got to the Stitching in the Springs retreat on Friday, and the piece I was working on, I had been working on this piece for the last few weeks. This was a freebie pattern that I got from Pinker and Pumpkin Blogspot blog. Pinker and Pumpkin Quilting. This was called the Candy Corn House. You can get it free on her website. This is kind of what it looks like. It's got the candy corns on top. And that's kind of where everything filled in, is where I was at. Well, since I was stitching two-handed and I was using my trolley needle, I got to the retreat on Friday and realized that my trolley needle was not with my piece. And when I had it on my frame, I had it sitting in here. I stitch in the well, but I didn't have my trolley needle. Couldn't find it. So I needed to find a way to get my laying tool back, because I also didn't have my other handheld laying tool. And I couldn't find it. Now watch me find it. Yeah, it's not in here. So, I knew that Vic Gable from Stitch and Button had the Froggers, and they have a really substantial needle on them. And my table mate, Sebastian from B's and T's, had some electrical tape that they were using as thimble. So I went and purchased this Frogger from Vic Gable Stitch and Button, and I borrowed some of Sebastian's electrical tape, and I taped the needle to my finger that I normally have my trolley needle on, but I taped the frogging needle to my finger, and I used this taped to my finger as the laying tool, so I could wrap the floss around here and use this as a laying tool. So this was my emergency laying tool at Stitching in the Springs. So I got this from Vic and Stitch and Button as well. So this is going to go probably in my stash and in my traveling tool bag. Yep. So there is where you can get stuff from Stitch and Button. So this ended up being my emergency trolley needle. So yeah, it was another purchase. So where I got, I didn't get very far. I worked on this Friday and Saturday and then got kind of sick of it. But I had finished, I filled in all the windows here, and then I had started in on the siding of the house before I got a little out of hand. I could finish this really quick. All I have to do is finish the siding on the house. The door is finished. Put in the grass at the bottom. Then there's another row of candy corn vines up underneath here, and then the numbers 1880 along the side of the house here. This could be a really quick finish, but it is no longer October, and I'm really kind of not feeling it. Plus, while that Frogger worked really well in a pinch, it's not my trolley needle, and I still can't find my trolley needle. So Mom and I went Friday when I was off for Veterans Day. Mom and I went to Cross My Heart here in town, my local needle workshop, to pick up a couple of things, and I ordered another trolley needle. It's going to be a little bit before they come in, and I just didn't even think about ordering one online. So I went on Amazon and ordered one. It should be here tomorrow. So I don't know if I'll pick this back up to finish it by the end of the year, or if I'm going to be moving on to something else. But yeah, so I lost my trolley needle. I can't find it anywhere. And it's weird stitching without a trolley needle on this finger. It's really weird. So that is where I got on that. And then, so Sunday I was still kind of, not really wanting to stitch a whole lot. So I pulled out something else. I pulled out another thing that I haven't worked on in a little while. This is the pumpkin table topper by Dutch Street Designs. My original pattern is a little beat up and a little worse for wear. But yeah, so this is the pumpkin table topper. This is being done on some Ann cloth and with pearl cotton, DMC pearl cotton. So this is kind of what I started to work on, because I can work on this in hand using the sewing method. So this is where I got to. What I worked on most was the pumpkin. So I got this side of the pumpkin, the filled in side, this full side of the pumpkin was pretty much done. So I got, since the retreat, I've gotten most of the rest of this pumpkin over on this side, kind of worked on. And my goal is to finish the pumpkin, because over here, you see the leaves in this corner? The leaves also go in this corner, and then another pumpkin will go in this other middle section. So essentially it repeats 4 times. So there's going to be 4 pumpkins and 4 leaf squares. But you can see the borders starting to go all the way around. So I will eventually get the rest of it done. And then it'll be a nice little table decor when I am finished with it. So this has been, I've been working on this. This has been a whip of mine for a long time. But anyway, I have been working kind of on the pumpkin. And that's kind of where I'm gonna be, because I can work on this in hand, and I don't need a hoop or a Q-snap or anything like that. I told you before the retreat that one of the things I had got in the mail from my friend Kelly Green from Don't Run with Scissors, here on FlossTube. She is friends with the owner of Hillbilly Candle Company, and they sell something called Nana's Sewing Wax. I ordered pumpkin spice, and I am using pumpkin spice Nana's Sewing Wax on the pearl cotton for this. And this is what the sewing wax looks like. Comes in a really nice deep tin. You can get this from Hillbilly Candle Company. Hillbilly Candle Company. This one is called Pumpkin Spice. I have 3 other scents that I am currently using. The one that I took them all to Stitching in the Springs, but the one that I used at Camp Got a Stitch at the end of September was apple cider donut, and it was really, really good. This one is very much pumpkin spice. Very much pumpkin spice. So this one is kind of residing in this piece. And you can definitely smell the pumpkin spice in the pumpkin table topper piece. So that is that. All right. And I took quite a few projects with me to Stitching in the Springs, but I didn't get anything. So I had mentioned that Mom and I went to Cross My Heart last Friday for Veterans Day, since I was off. I went mainly because they had the last installment of the Cottage Garden samplings, a year in the woods for me. So I picked up the reindeer. He is stunning, you guys. Absolutely stunning. So now I have all 12 parts. I have the fabric, the 4 pieces of different fabric that I got from Be Stitch Me. They dyed some special fabrics for this set, and I'm doing them in trios, each 4 sets of 3 on the different colors of fabric. So now that I have all of them, I should have probably picked up the specialty fibers for it, but I didn't, because this calls for chalk, which I have in Weeks Dye Works Bright Leaf. I should have picked up some Bright Leaf because I don't think I have any, but I do have the fabrics for all these, so now I'm probably going to look at starting them. Probably not in December, but I'm probably going to look at starting these in 2023. It's going to be a new start. All right, so I kind of showed you what I've been working on these last couple of weeks. The only thing that I've really been working on for November is the candy corn house and the pumpkin table topper. Oh, I worked on the Jim Shore puppy a little bit last weekend, but I didn't do a whole lot. I just did so on his scarf, and I don't have it down here to show you. But here's my stitching, and you can see for November that I've really pretty much just been stitching the candy corn house and the pumpkin table topper. This weekend in brown, this was the stitching in the springs weekend, and Monday after that weekend I took off as a sick day, and then this was Veterans Day. This brown day down here is Thanksgiving, so I am not stitching tonight, so there's going to be, yeah. I haven't been stitching a lot. You can see October I really didn't stitch a lot. There's a lot of days that I just kind of marked through. My stitching bug kind of hasn't really been there. And also I've been trying to figure out some of my stitching plans and where my focus is going to be for 2023. So we can kind of get into that a little bit. 2023 plans. So I've been kind of writing down some stuff. Here is my list for WIBGO 2023 planning and how I'm going to go about doing that. I printed off a WIBGO board, a blank WIBGO board for 2023, and I've kind of written down, you can see I've kind of written down some various things. Like I have Haid Focus, Heaven and Earth Designs Focus. I have a Saltwater Scrapbook Square, monthly series of choice. There's a couple of monthly patterns that I want to do. It may be it's a year in the woods because there's 12 of them. I have Long Dog Pandemic on here. I have Halloween ornaments. I have a square for 2 Halloween ornaments and a square for 2 Christmas ornaments like I did this year. I have a Thomas Kincaid piece on here. I have a Teresa Wentzler focus square because I have a couple of Teresa Wentzler things I'd like to get a little bit of love this next year. I have 2 new start squares and 2 squares I didn't really know what to do, so I put current weather or season. I have 2 of those squares, so like if it's really hot, I'm going to do something hot for summertime. If it's wintertime, I could do something snowy. If it's autumn, I can do like Bewitching Owl or whatnot. I have Neglected Sow on Stitch Along on here again. Snow Village, Amid Amish Life. Most of these are going to have 1,000 stitch goals. I just haven't really nailed down 100% for sure. That's why everything here is in pencil. But I have been trying to get my WIBGO 2023 things nailed down. Once I'm 100% for sure this is what I'm going with, I will type it up and print out a color version of this so I can stick it in my planner. Speaking of WIBGO, we know what the numbers are for December. So these are all the squares have been essentially been called because we do know what the last 2 squares are for December. And all the ones that have the white background are ones that are still open for me. I have a lot to catch up on. Some of them I only have 200 or 300 stitches to do to catch them up for the year. So I'm hoping that between when I get my trolley needle, hopefully tomorrow, I can catch a bunch of these up and get a bunch of these knocked out before the end of December. Some of them I'm not so sure that I'll be able to get a full blackout on this, because I'm not really sure that I want to stitch on some of them. Like Wanda's Wands is the Mill Hill kit that I chose, and I'm not so sure that I'm going to hit 1,000 stitches on that, because I don't think I want to work on October anymore. Pumpkin Swirl was a new start that I was going to do for September's call, and I don't know if I'm going to start it. It may be a new start for next year. I don't know. One of the things I have on my board for next year is a Glendon Place focus, because I have Fudgy Mint Mousse that is probably about a third done, and I kind of wanted to start Pumpkin Swirl this year, but yeah, it's not going to happen. So anyway, that being said, I also have some other ideas for different things I want to do for 2023, like different focus things. So one of the things a couple of the things that I'm looking at for 2023 include Mirror Mondays for Mirabilia. So pulling out my Mirabilia designs on Mondays and giving some of them some love. I don't know if I'll do like a strand of floss, or if I'll do an hour, or if I'll do 100 stitches every Monday. I don't know. I'm also considering Mill Hill Mondays, because I also have a lot of Mill Hill kits that I want to get into. So I might swap it out every other Monday, Mira Monday, every other Monday, Mill Hill Monday. I don't know. I might just go with one or the other, or just call it Monday. And it could be Mirabilia's or Mill Hills. I don't know. 2 for Tuesdays. I'm not sure what I'll do that. I might do Teresa Wentzler Tuesdays. I don't know. Just really depends. WIP Wednesdays, Work in Progress Wednesdays. Also, there's Water Wednesdays. I have a lot of pieces that are under the sea or water related, like Saltwater Scrapbook, that maybe I could do that. There's also Wild Wednesdays, where I could roll the roulette wheel and have that pick my piece that I work on. This or that Thursday, I can pick some prompts and choose either this or that to work on, or have people choose it for me. I can do full coverage Fridays, which might not be a bad idea, because I do have a lot of full coverage pieces and I'd like to probably get some of them some love. Or finish it Fridays, where I actually just do, maybe one Friday a month I pick and fully finish some things. But yeah, I also thought about Teresa Wentzler Tuesdays. There's Santa Sundays. There's, just different things I can do. So some of the things I'm thinking about doing for 2023, there's a Facebook group called Cross Stitch 25/7, where the goal is to stitch 25 minutes or 25 stitches 7 days a week on any of your projects. I might decide to get into that and stick with that in 2023. I was gonna, I had good plans when it started this late summer, early fall, that I was gonna go gung-ho with it and do 25 stitches every day, for as long of a stretch as I could. I think I went 3 days, so it didn't work so well. So I might be doing that for 25/7. One strand a day is the premise of taking one strand of floss and stitching on it. Whatever project it happens to be, you do one strand of floss on one project every day. And it's kind of the same premise as 25/7. One strand of floss can probably get me about 100 stitches. So that's about 100 stitches a day. Some people do the daily 30, which you do, I think, 30 stitches or 30 minutes a day. Some people do that too. But I might do one strand a day. Kelly from Don't Run with Scissors, she is doing something similar to a 52 whip up. I called it the 52 whip up. I don't know if she'll adapt or adopt that terminology to it, but she took a deck of cards, a deck of playing cards, and she's assigning. She has not quite 50 whips. She has somewhere in the mid 40s of works in progress that she has that she wants to touch next year. So she assigned each one of them a card from the deck of cards, like the 2 of diamonds, the 4 of hearts, the king of spades, you know, that kind of. So each project has a card associated with it. And she has a couple other non-stitching projects that she's included in her list. And she's assigned each one of them a card, a playing card. And so she's going to go through the deck next year. And once a week, she's going to draw the card. And that tells her what focus piece, what focus stitching piece, or what focus project that she has to focus on for that week. So she's going to pull cards. That's a neat idea. I might do something similar. I don't know. Because I kind of fell off my wheels fell off my Whip Go bus. So I don't know if I'll be doing that. And I also have the Black Needle Society card deck that was in one of their stitching boxes, I believe, last year, because I got it for myself for Christmas last year. But that also has 52 cards in it. And that is more of a prompt-based type of thing, like stitch on a piece with a bird on it, stitch on a piece with black thread, stitch on a piece, blah, 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 blah. You know, it gives you different things to work out. And I may actually use that deck next year because it's 52 prompts. And I may use that as like a weekly focus instead. And some of the other things that I'm thinking about doing, I also have some monthly, I put all the months on 2 sheets of paper, and I'm kind of writing down what events I know are going on, stitching related events, to some of my challenge groups. Like in January, I may do winter whips, you know, where I work on projects that are winter themed. My husband just turned off the light on me. That's okay. The semi-sane stitching group, they do monthly focus, you know, where you pick a project and you focus on it. And as long as you're doing 1,000 stitch increments every month and you're showing your progress in 1,000 stitch increments, you know, you'd be entered for their drawings every year. Garan Stitchery, they have the designer focus. So they've announced their designers for every month for 2023. So I have those written on here. Just some different things that I'm thinking about for different months. Like for March, you know, March is my birthday month. So there's the 555 for semi-sane. I'm thinking about doing March Madness, which, you know, you pit eight or 16 projects or whatever against each other in a bracket style thing. Steel City Stitchers was doing this. It's also, since it's my birthday month, I may focus on one full coverage piece. February, I may do full coverage February. Let's see, there's Arbitrary August that some people do. Just different things that I'm kind of thinking about for next year. I'm starting to do some planning for different things I want to focus on. And this is all just, it's kind of, you know, kind of up in the air. I do have my new planner for 2023. I was using a Passion Planner before this year, but I've moved to the Law of Attraction Planner by Freedom Mastery. It's by Freedom Mastery. It's the Law of Attraction Planner. So this is my planner for 2023. This is my life planner. So I've got, I get to sit down and put everything in here because it's undated. And it's an undated planner, so I get to fill it all in and get it all set up before the beginning of the year. This is my Snoopy, my boysenberry Snoopy that my best friend from high school and really good sister from another Mr. Laurel gave me. But yeah, so I've been kind of planning and kind of doing some stuff. This week with Magical Stitches Magazine Monthly Challenge, they're doing an Oh My Gourd pop-up challenge where you have to stitch on something with a gourd or a pumpkin or a squash or something like that. So the piece that I'm doing for that, again, once I get my trolley needle, and she requires that it be a magazine piece. So the piece that I'll be doing for that once I get my trolley needle from Amazon tomorrow is Bewitching Owl, because he is sitting on a branch above a bunch of pumpkins. And this is out of the September 2012 Cross Stitch and Needlework magazine. So when I get my trolley needle, that is what I'll be working on, and that goes until Friday night or Saturday night. It goes until Saturday night at around midnight. So I'll have a little bit of time to get some progress on that. I haven't started on it yet, but this is where I'm at. This is where I'm at on him. So yeah, this is where I'm at. We can work on his body, fill in his face, fill in his eyes, and stuff like that. So yeah, that's where I'm at on him. But I kind of need my trolley needle because it doesn't feel right stitching without it. All right. Oh, one other thing I didn't show you. I got the Garan Toten Bags November Grime Guard of the Month. Oh, it's upside down. There we go. It is Halloween gnomes. Look how cute they are. Halloween gnomes. It's really cute. Grime Guard of the Month from Garan. And other than that, that's really all the plans that I have for you this week. What's going on, what I've been planning, and everything like that. So that is all I have for you. Hopefully you've gotten something out of this. Hopefully it's inspirational. I don't really have a whole lot more to say. Other than it's been a good couple of weeks. Haven't really stitched a whole lot at home. Just haven't been feeling like it. And we got a lot going on the next several weeks. Thanksgiving is next week, you guys. Thanksgiving is next week. Holy cow. So I'm hopefully going to be able to get some stitching done between now and then. Hopefully I'll be able to work on the owl for Oh My Gourd from Magazine Monthly Challenge. I've kind of let Whip Go and the acrostics for all the different groups kind of go to the wayside. I just haven't really been feeling the stitchy bug and all that. I did return to roller derby. So there is that. I came out of my 4.5-year retirement because our local roller derby league, Ohio Roller Girls, Ohio Roller Derby, is finally doing scrimmaging and games again. And every year since the league started back in 2005, we have been doing an event in December called Skate Mare Before Christmas. We just had our first Skate Mare event since the pandemic hit this past weekend, and it was a public scrimmage where we sold tickets to the public, and it did sell out, and it was a lot of fun. They were asking for alumni skaters and assistants from people that have been around Derby for a long time. So I'd been in contact with a couple of friends of mine that are still affiliated with the league, and kind of was encouraged to come back to help. So I've been going to scrimmages since mid-October and helping out the league. So I was the jam timer mid-track on Saturday. I haven't been jam timing since probably 2018. It's been a long time. 2017. It's been a long, long time. And they have another Skate Mare. They have Skate Mare Part 2 in December. So I will be helping out with that. As far as my affiliation back with the league, and if I'll stick with being a league member, an active league member again, much past the event in December, I don't know yet. There's a lot of things up in the air. Those of you that have watched me for a while also know that I used to play handbells with my handbell choir at church. And our handbell choir director stepped down from her position at the church because her health hasn't been the greatest, and she also lives about an hour south of town now. And so the drive in was just a little hard, and with her health issues and stuff, she just wasn't going to be able to drive. She had some surgeries and stuff like that. So she stepped down from bell choir directing. And this happened like September, late August, early September, when we were supposed to start getting back to practicing for, events and our performances and everything at church. So I've been having to do a little bit of soul searching for that. The church is still looking for a director to replace her. They have feelers out for applicants, and they're hoping to have at least 2 applicants to select from. They did have that, and they were getting ready to set up interviews and to set up rehearsals, bell rehearsals, so they could see how the bell rehearsals flow and everything with each of the candidates. And one of the candidates backed out, so now they're back to kind of being up in the air. So they're looking at sometime early next year having a replacement in place. I've had to do a little soul searching because my whole reason for playing the last 2 years through the pandemic has been because my friend Michelle was director. And although I like playing handbells, and I'm a lot better at it now, thanks to Michelle, because she pushed me in the right ways and got me to, expand my skills and be better. I just have to figure out whether or not my heart is into playing bells at the church under somebody else. So I think part of it depends on who they select to lead the bell choir. And so I have a little soul searching to do around playing bells. The interesting thing is, the whole reason why I went back to roller derby, though, was because bells were up in the air. Bell practice was 6:30 on Thursdays. Scrimmages for roller derby are at 7:30 on Thursdays. But to get to scrimmage, it's a half-hour drive. So I would have to leave bell choir at 7, which would only give me a half hour to play bells and all that. So there was just a lot. I have a lot of soul searching to do, whether I want to stay with derby again and continue with them past the Christmas event, which I haven't committed to anything past the Christmas event, and if I want to continue playing bells at the church that I'm going to. I think a lot of that depends on who they get as director, but we shall see. But we are playing Christmas Eve. So the music director, his name is Greg, he is stepping in interim so we can get some bell music put together for Christmas Eve. So I am helping with that, and I'm doing that. So every Thursday I go to bell choir. Every other Thursday, I leave bell choir early by half an hour so I can get over to roller derby scrimmage, at least through December 17th. December 17th is the second skate mare before Christmas event here in Columbus. If you're into roller derby, check it out. It's a lot of fun. So I have some soul searching to do behind what I want to do for going forward for playing handbells and roller derby. Roller derby's been a lot of fun, but it is a lot of work. It's a lot of being on my feet and just being active. And when I retired from the league back in 2018, it was mostly because my in-laws were sick and we were going to be going out of town almost every weekend to spend time with my in-laws. And they both passed away in 2018. Then in 2019, I went to a few games as a spectator. Then in June of 2019, I went out to California. Week after I got out to California, my stepdad passed away. So I stayed in California 2 months to help my mom after my stepdad passed away. The end of 2019, we moved my mom from California to Ohio and started looking for a house together. bought a house in January of 2020. The pandemic hit, and then everything shut down. And that's where we're at. So through the pandemic, through lockdown, we were able to play some bells with Michelle's help. There was 4 of us that were playing bells, and I stayed with it because of Michelle. And I just don't know if I don't know if my heart is really there to play for somebody else. So I have some soul searching to do between now and the end of the year, beginning of next year, in that respect. And then I just have plans to make and stuff like that. Mom and I have to figure out what we're making for Christmas goodies, what we're baking and stuff like that. Luckily, we're picking up our Thanksgiving dinner from Mimi's Cafe. They make a really good heat and serve Thanksgiving dinner. So we're picking that up next Wednesday. So all we have to do is put all the stuff in the oven and heat it all up on Thursday. And we don't have to do all the massive cooking, and everything's just heat and serve. So that way we'll have a really nice meal. And Mimi's food's really good. Anyway, that's all I got for you. This video is an hour and 20 minutes. I know it was quite long, but it's been a few weeks since I've filmed. Hopefully you'll like the little inserts for stitching in the springs, and hopefully you'll get registered for next year. I know some of the people that were at this year's Stitching in the Springs retreat will not be able to attend the one in March because of family issues, and their kids will be in school and everything like that. A lot of them have said that they are very interested in coming back in November next year. So the March one will be open. Mom and I are going to the March one because my local needlework shop here in Columbus, they host a stitching retreat every year in Amish country. And next year, the stitching retreat, Camp Gotta Stitch, hosted by Cross My Heart here in Columbus, is happening in June. And it happens to be the same weekend as our board game convention here in town, Origins Game Fair. So my husband and I are already going to Origins Game Fair. I can't go to Camp Gotta Stitch next year because it's that same weekend. So I have those funds and that time open. So I am going, Mom and I are planning on going to the March retreat for Stitching in the Springs and also the one in November. So we'll be going twice next year. That's the plan. So lots of stuff going on, lots of different things. Hopefully you've enjoyed this video, and I'm sorry I talked forever, but hope you enjoyed it. It was fun. Been staying busy. Been trying to do all kinds of things. So anyway, that's all I got for you this time. Please leave your likes, comments, questions, and whatnot below. I'll do my best to answer or respond when I can, when I see the notifications pop up that I have comments and whatnot. I'll try and respond as best I can. If you have questions, let me know. And hopefully we'll be seeing you soon. Hopefully we'll be meeting you at some retreats next year. I know too, I'm going to the Stitching in the Springs retreat in March and November next year. So far, that's all I know. So hopefully we'll meet you all there. All right. So that's all I have for you this week. Keep on keeping on because that's all we can do. And we'll see you soon. All right. Bye. And if I don't see you before then, happy Thanksgiving, everybody. I hope you guys enjoy your dinners and everything like that. I may get back to you a little bit on Thanksgiving for a real quick video just to show you, I got my trolley needle, maybe if it comes in the next couple of days, and just some other stuff that might show up between now and then. All right. Take care, and we'll see you then. Bye.